We often see young rappers die young nowadays, taken away before they can reach their true potential. Today we'll look at just one incident as we celebrate the life of Big Scarr and his deeply saddening demise. It was unfortunate that on December 22, 2022, tragic news about the death of Big Scarr was confirmed. He was an upcoming rapper and was just 22. Today in this video, we're bringing the story of Big Scarr, a famous rapper. Before we get into this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and stick with us till the end of the video to know all about the fascinating story of Big Scarr. Let's take a look at the life of Big Scarr. Big Scarr's real name is Alexander Woods. He was born on April 7, 2000 and was brought up in South Memphis. Initially, he was living with his grandmother. But after her death at the age of 13, he was looked after by his father. He was one among 9 siblings. Since it was hard to get parental care, having 8 other siblings, he was looked after by his grandmother. Unfortunately, she passed away on account of lung cancer, so he had to move in with his father. He often referred to his father as his best friend. It was his father who taught him many valuable things in life, like how to be street smart and how to be disciplined. The school did not suit him, so he dropped out of school when he was in 10th grade. He was the clown in the class and he used to skip classes from the first period to the 7th period. According to him, the school had nothing to offer him, but the street had much more. He had a lot of misfortune in his life. He survived a car crash at the age of 16, thrown out of the windshield, which led to scars on his face. This inspired him to a stage name Big Scarr, influenced by rappers like Kodak Black and Boozy Badass. He was then shot in the hip in 2020. The bullet entered his spine and forced doctors to remove his appendix and realign his right leg. After a bullet hit him in the shooting accident, he kept moving, so the bullet also kept on moving. The doctors had to open him up to perform emergency surgery and save him. His inside got messed up, so the doctors removed his appendix so he could walk again. He recovered quickly and returned to life. These bleak experiences opened the door for some promising musical storylines. Still, Scarr says chart success and fame are unimportant to him. "I'm blessed to be moving around and do shit I wasn't able to do at first," the rapper said, recalling friends who were less fortunate than he is. He began rapping with the encouragement of his close friends. Big Scarr wasn't always interested in rap music, but fellow artist Baby K helped spark his passion for it. In 2019, he released his first song called Make It Play, which became really popular and got 50,000 views on YouTube. He remembers spending only $20 to record the song and $200 to make the music video for it. Even though he started out small, he was able to achieve big success with his music. Initially associated with a Rich and Ruthless collective, Scarr made his recording debut with Make It Play, a freestyle-based single released by the end of 2019. The song received millions of views and recognition online after Wood's cousin Pooh Shiesty brought his music to Gucci Mane's attention. Big Scarr in June 2020 signed to Mane's Atlantic-distributed 1017 imprint. Scarr then appeared on the label compilation So Icy Boys and later in the year released the tracks Endzone and Frozone. Several other singles preceded his debut mixtape, Big Grim Reaper, which was released in April 2021 and reached number 25 in the Billboard 200. In early 2022, Scarr offered up an expanded version of the mixtape called Big Grim Reaper, The Return, which featured 13 more tracks including Fantasy featuring Offset. During an interview with Revolt TV, he claimed himself as a big fan of American rapper Rod Wave. He also said that he created his lyrics spontaneously via a technique called punching in. Steve Juon of Rap Reviews compared Big Scarr's style to the likes of Freddie Gibbs. Big Scarr had over 460,000 YouTube subscribers. After his debut video in December 2019, his channel has received over 327 million views. I would keep going, So Icy Boys 2 and So Icy Boys have 24 million, and 46 million views respectively. He released So Icy Boys in 2021, which featured his cousin Pooh Shiesty and American rapper Fugiano. He had also released So Icy Boys 2 and So Icy Boys 3 in the series. Tiki is featured in the second and third parts, and Gucci Mane appears in the third. Scarr had 1.3 million listeners, despite having over 35 million streams on his biggest hit on Spotify. According to his most recent Instagram post, he was preparing for the Glaucoma Tour 2023 with another Memphis rapper, Key Glock. Big Scarr's death. December 22, 2022 announced the death of Big Scarr at the tender age of 22, a proud American rapper from Memphis, Tennessee who died unexpectedly. People in the hip-hop community and online were stunned to hear the news of the young rapper's death. At the time of his death, the rapper was at his girlfriend's house. He kept his girlfriend's identity private, so not much is known about her to the public. Since he passed away on December 22, 2022, many people have been sharing their condolences and remembering him. It is sad when someone passes away, and it's especially tragic when it's someone as talented as this rapper. Gucci Mane confirmed the news of his tragic death as Scarr was signed to his label. U.S. newspapers and social media revealed the death of the young musician. TMZ reported in their article that he died of an accidental prescription drug overdose. However, the reason for Big Scarr's death has not been determined. Big Scarr's uncle, Arthur Wood, said he had no idea his nephew was using the drug. He added that the rapper had been through several traumatic experiences in his youth, including nearly dying after being shot and suffering severe injuries in a car crash when he was 16. He also claimed that Big Scarr was depressed. The local authorities have released nothing. It has been recognized as a possible medicated drug overdose, but it's not yet confirmed. Still, it is reported that there is no foul play in his death. Unfortunately, several rappers lost their lives in 2022 like Takeoff, Young Slowby, Jay DeYoung, Rolly Bands, Money Gang Vontae, FBG Cash, Trouble, Hypo, and Snooty Wild. A lot of people pay tribute on Twitter in the wake of the untimely demise of Big Scarr. Though very young, he was a rising star in the music industry, and he had a fan base in a short period. Gucci mourned Big Scarr's loss by posting a carousel of images of the rapper. "This hurt, I miss you," at Big Scarr. His manager also posted on Instagram that he asked people to not call me when death was announced. Enchanting, a fellow label mate, wrote on Instagram, "I want to talk. Sorry if I don't answer, I just can't," with a broken heart emoji. "I'd do anything to hug you one more time." Big Scarr was a promising rapper. He was in his career only for 4 years, and his net worth is $1.2 million. Big Scarr, or Woods, performed at the Rolling Loud Festival in New York in September and was scheduled to perform in California in March 2023. The festival paid tribute to the rapper in social media, writing "RIP Big Scarr" followed by a prayer emoji. Scarr was a very private person who only spoke publicly about his professional life and not his personal life. This is not the first case of young rappers who have used drugs, overdosed, and died. Society sees the deaths of people through drug overdoses differently, and we often do not try to look into the situation that made them do what they did. Due to the stigma that prevails in our society, people with drug addiction issues often find it challenging to open up about the subject. It is so sad to see such gifted young talents lose their life over issues that have a solution, and there have not been many efforts to stop such tragic deaths. The case should be taken seriously, and suitable measures should be implemented to avoid such tragic deaths. The death of a young and talented musician is always a tragedy, especially for those who have admired their skills and enjoyed their music. The cause of Big Scarr's death is still being investigated by law enforcement. Death is an unfortunate but inevitable part of life, and the loss of a promising artist is always sad. RIP Dear Big Scarr. This video celebrates the life and music of Big Scarr and reminds us of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing the time we have. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video,